Welcome to Talking Climate with Katherine Hayhoe. Each episode, we explore how climate change is affecting the people, places, and things we love, and what we can do to make a difference. From science to solutions and stories that inspire, you're in the right place for real talk about real change. This week, we're talking about free daytime energy, Canada's fire crisis, and how to stay safe within the smoke. Let's dive in. Good news. Who wouldn't want 3 hours of free electricity a day? Now, many residents of the Australian states of Queensland, New South Wales, and South Australia have the opportunity to receive this under a government-backed program called Solar Sharer. And starting in October, residents of Victoria will be able to access a similar program called Midday Power Saver. You don't even need solar panels on your own roof to benefit. The free window runs from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., noon to 3 p.m. in South Australia, and will be capped at 24 kilowatt hours a day. Sustainability nonprofit Renew estimates most households consume between 10 and 20 kilowatt hours a day. You'll need a smart meter to sign up, which most energy retailers will install for free if you don't already have one. The small catch is that this plan will not automatically be the cheapest one overall, since retailers may charge more outside the free window to balance it out. Consumer advocates say the real savings comes from actively shifting usage into that midday window, running the dishwasher, doing laundry, or charging an EV or batteries, rather than just signing up and hoping for the best. Australia's Energy Minister Chris Bowen said, "People who are able to move electricity use into the zero-cost power period will benefit directly, and the more people take up the offer and move their use, the greater the system benefits that lower costs for all electricity users will be." Not so good news. There are more than 850 wildfires burning across Canada right now, and our air in southern Ontario has been choked with smoke the last few days. On Wednesday, July 15th, Toronto's air quality was ranked the worst among major cities in the world. And now smoke from these fires is sweeping across the Great Lakes region, upper Midwest, and eastern United States. One fire near Armstrong, Ontario, surrounded a locomotive cab, but the crew escaped safely. About 24 members of the nearby Namegusi-Sagagun First Nation community escaped in boats just before their entire town burned to the ground. 3 other First Nation communities in northern Ontario were also ordered to evacuate. These fires are devastating, and they're getting even worse as extreme heat dries out the trees and vegetation. Spain has just experienced its worst wildfire of the year, following June's record-breaking heat wave. Scientific studies, including some of my own research, have long warned that continued fossil fuel emissions will make future wildfire seasons increasingly severe. Yet earlier this month, Canada's federal government moved forward on a planned pipeline that will carry 1 million barrels of oil a day from Alberta's tar sands to the Pacific coast for export to Asia. Pipelines aren't meant to sit idle. They're built to run for decades. So this project would help lock in fossil fuel production and its associated emissions for years to come. Continuing to expand fossil fuel production when Canadians are already living with climate chaos is simply dangerous, said Caroline Bruyette of Climate Action Network Canada. She urged the Canadian government to instead spend money on developing clean energy projects that support workers and position the country for a world moving fast toward renewable energy, rather than on another divisive, expensive pipeline. This is why our voices and our votes matter. These choices are made by people we elect, who respond to pressure from every direction, including from us. what you can do. Wildfire smoke is one of the most dangerous types of air pollution there is. Thanks to the large particles it contains, it's been shown to increase the risks of heart attacks, strokes, asthma attacks, and much more. What can we do to keep ourselves and our families safe from wildfire smoke? That's the question I've been asking myself this week in Ontario. Here's the advice we are following. Number 1, stay inside as much as possible. Number 2, keep the doors and windows closed. Yes, even if you don't have AC, and seal any gaps that air can come in through. I used duct tape. Number 3, don't do any intensive work or exercise outdoors if you can help it. Number 4, if you need to go outside, wear a mask that filters particulates, ideally an N95. Number 5, indoors, have a high-quality HEPA filter on your HVAC system or an air purifier, especially one that uses activated carbon to remove larger particles from wildfire smoke. And finally, understand how much risk smoke poses to you personally. High-risk groups include children, older adults, pregnant women, and people with chronic health conditions such as respiratory disease, cardiovascular disease, or diabetes. Thanks for listening to Talking Climate, narrated by Ann Cloud. For more resources, links, and actions you can take, check out the full newsletter at www.talkingclimate.ca. Until next time, keep talking climate.